This is Castro's business model iteration, take 8. This was my first attempt at a business model canvas. I feel like the narration took so long because it was more of a questioning and thinking out process and knowing where my strong points were and what I needed to work on. My goal was to be the lead generator for animation schools, providing quality leads with high conversion. The idea was to build a blog regarding animation schools and rate them for prospective students to utilize as a resource so that they can make an informed decision. Through the process, I aim to collect contact information through offering free animation school counseling services through a lean approach, understanding the amount of interest I'm getting for this service first, and then going to nurture them through the application process for the schools of their interest. I'd have them complete their admissions file through me, then submit them to these schools as leads through the admissions department's marketing budgets. My initial research showed that there was upwards of an admitted 12,000 animation students in various schools and colleges during the year of 2013 throughout California alone. The opportunity looks to be enormous. Hypothesis testing through interview is what happened next. 21 interviews and 7 iterations later, I learned if this idea would pass the test. As I got out of the building, I spoke to the directors of admissions, grad students, current students, pre-students, current animation admissions advisors, and animators too. I also verified a lot. Like, yes, I would pay a lot for highly qualified leads. Yes, I would be interested in a third-party admissions counseling service, but I also received more feedback on what they would also want. I want career services. I want demo reel reviews. I want to speak with an animator in a Q&A session. I want some free leads first since you're new to the business. The different color stickies represent different services for different customer segments. I went from just a value prop of the premier lead generator for animation schools to also the premier animation consulting services, then roundabout to animation career services and online animation training. As I segmented my different services and user end or customer end experiences, I was able to build a single canvas for these multiple services all housed under the same business. And this is my final business model iteration that I ended up with earlier for animation schools. Going over to customer relationships and getting customers through providing proof that our lead generation converts highly unqualified leads. Direct sales, meeting with VPs and directors of admissions, people with both authority and ability to purchase leads. Creating a lead generation website, Animation Admissions, LinkedIn and various social media accounts, Animation Admissions at LinkedIn, and providing fair adjustments on purchase leads for underperforming conversions. Our next would be customer segments. Of course, providing niche lead generation for animation schools of all kinds. It could be private colleges, post-secondary schools, private lesson workshops, UC, state school, whoever has a budget for purchasing leads. Next would be channels. How would I accept payment for my leads? Via my website, I need a method of payment for animation schools, so I'm going to use PayPal, electric funds transfer, Bursar, credit card transactions. I think direct sales is a little bit more direct. Traveling to schools to make agreements with VPs and directors of admissions. You know, I'll go to animation schools. We'll talk via the phone. We'll Skype. I like that direct approach. And we'll go to the left side of the canvas, and we'll go to key activities. Key activities. Right now, it is creating the website, hosting at Weebly. My domain name will be Animation Admissions, and I'm also going to start a blog. My key resources. Use what you have. You know, I have connections and networks. I have animation directors and VPs at these animation schools. I have currently acquired a really cool partner who's also a mentor. I have a computer, I have software and nurture tools such as Skype or Google Hangout. I have high school and community college, four-year college animation industry connections. Also, marketing. I have some marketing experience. I'm currently on one of the marketing committees here at the college I'm currently with. And collateral. I have a degree in computer graphic design, and so I can create my own collateral. So those are some key resources. Next, we'll go with key partners. Animation schools. This means 4 years, universities, colleges, UCs, post-secondary schools, and workshops. I call them a key partner because, in essence, I will be going to their schools and be doing interviews, talking to students, getting their testimonials, talking to faculty, talking to directors of admissions and the admissions department, registrar, scholarships, and just learn a whole lot more about this school so that I can post and give as a resource to my students who are going through me for counseling services. After that, I'll go to cost structure, and travel will be a cost. Traveling to animation schools to do investigative journalism, offering this resource or information for students to make a decision on a school. Website, web domain and hosting will have a cost related to it. EFT, that also has a cost, so I have to pay in order to have a PayPal account. And that would be some of the cost structure behind it. Travel's a big one for me, and eventually it'll be content that I create for my reviews or interviews or on-campus tours that I do. Revenue stream, that's my favorite part. The revenue stream will come from, and last but not least, I came to our revenue stream where animation schools would be the customer segment who would pay $1,500 to $100 on qualified leads. Each, of course, would have a different qualifier. $1,000 being a completed file, $500 being a little bit middle of the road, and $100 being not a counseled lead, but not quite there. As my business model canvas started out blank, then with some rough ideas, the lessons in class and in the Startup Owner's Manual really helped me in a couple key areas. One was day in the life of your customer, and two was key resources. Use what you have now. I really appreciated this notion of day in the life of your customer as it involves creativity, imagination, and a willingness to talk to others. Imagining you're someone else is quite fun, I think, and talking with others is definitely my forte. So through this process, I really understood how to add value to my product that passes the threshold of being more of a narcotic than an aspirin. And I guess just keeping that question in mind while approaching my business model really helped me stay focused. Like, what kind of pain reliever am I? Am I a narcotic? Am I an aspirin? What are the wants of the customer? Key resources was the other lesson that really unveiled an approach that is within my budget and gives me the opportunity to test the waters before diving head first. Through these key lessons, my business model evolved, painting a clear picture of what I wanted, what was possible, and where to start. I wound up with this conclusion, that I need a following first before venturing into anything more. I need to be the authority on animation and animation schools, providing extensive entertainment and information about the art and craft that I love. I'll start by providing resource and building up a network of students through offering summer camp animation workshops for students 14 to 17 years of age,
by building a website to house this animation resource, and building a blog that links into this website, all the while building up potential lead generation for the future.
I've determined that this venture is worth pursuing. I'll be moving forward with the launch for our next class. I'm excited to be moving forward, and I really appreciate and continued support. Thank you, everybody, and see you in class. Bye.